12 a.m. So why?
I made it for 12:45.
What's the date?
The 22nd?
Right, well this says the 23rd.
I didn't.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. You're live, so.
Hello? Is anybody in there? Hi, Joe Morgan. How are you today? It's hard to see out here in the sunlight, let me tell you. It's a beautiful day here in Michigan. The sun's shining, birds are singing, and I'm bored to death. So I thought I'd come outside and say hey to whoever would absolutely stop in and see me. Still hammered, huh? Does that mean you're feeling like crud? Well, I had a good morning. I went to the doctor's this morning. My INR was a 2.3. Perfect. I was very happy with that. Hi, Sarah Bear. How are you, gorgeous? I tried to set a live. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Wade got disgusted with me and went in the house. What's wrong? Why are you sad? Joe, I don't know how you do that drinking in the middle of the night stuff. I wouldn't be able to function the next day. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks when you feel so helpless and you can't do anything to help anybody. Yep, I do too. Makes my heart hurt, and I sure hate my heart hurting. Prayers, Joe. Prayers. Get enough people to pray and God will listen to you. Boy, let me tell you, I said mine last night before I went to bed again. Boy. It's so sad. How's the weather there today, Cher? It's beautiful here. I mean, the wind's cold, but You're doing a good job at that, I'm sure, Joe. Aw, isn't that sweet? See, Joe, people do love you. I know you don't believe it, but they do. I love it out here on the deck. You bet we are. You're in my prayers every night. Have you talked to Mama today? Or no, because you're still hungover? Yeah, she's probably totally confused. Well, at least you still get to hear her voice. That's more than we can do with Metal's mom. We don't even get to talk to her on the phone anymore. They're afraid that it'll bother her too bad. And she doesn't know any of us anymore anyway. Her dementia's got so bad. My daughter had her, bless her heart, had to put a bunch of things on Facebook about my grandpuppy dying. So when I got home today, I was in a great mood and I was all happy and cheerful, and I opened up Facebook and started bawling. So of course it's quiet time right now between me and Metal. He has a fit. He tells me not to be reading that stuff. I talked to Dusty earlier. Metal, I love you. You good-looking hunk of man. Eric's in here too. I ain't getting messages very quickly. Sup, Eric? Share Bear. Steel and Tree's name is Eric. We can call him Eric. And he's a big, gushy sweetheart. I wish y'all was sitting right here around the table with me having a cup of coffee. Especially you, Share Bear, because I know you're working your guts out while you're typing on here. What kind of sandwich? Was it a sub? Well, you know, it's real hard for me to feel sorry for you for letting yourself get drunk. Tell me about it, Share Bear. You heard. I told you when we stopped and I called you. It's one of those whoop-de-doo days. But the sun is actually really warm. It won't be much longer. I won't be sitting out here doing lives. I can't be out in the sunshine, so I'm covered up all except for my face. I probably should turn a different way because it is hot. But this coffee sure is good. Okay, you lurkers, come out from lurking because I want to see who all's in here because it says there's 7 and I don't see 7 people. Oh, honey, you don't need no, I'm not giving you no sympathy. Loretta does enough cussing, I don't have to. Loretta's a good woman. She loves you very much, Joe. You should appreciate her very much. And if she knows you've been drinking, then you know that you're going to get chewed. Well, if I'm not mistaken, he's talking about, well, I don't know. Joe, which Loretta are you talking about? True American Loretta, yes. You don't see her in chat very often, Share Bear. Oh, Joe says she's got bronchitis. Yeah, that's Loretta Hooch. That's like G-Mon Anna and G-Mon Merkel. And they're totally 2 different people, too. You know, I'm going to catch hell from Papa's from not telling him that I was online again today. Yeah, Metal, we know she's one of your favorites. Do you know, Cher, I had the hardest time with the stupidest words that I can't spell. I'll go to spell something and it's like, God, I can't even remember how to spell it. That comes from not writing letters anymore, because I don't write letters to anybody anymore. I used to write letters all the time. Okay, what did I say stupid in chat? Yeah, but Joe, everybody knows that you're Joe Morgan. Oh, they're golfing today. I see them over there. You don't say nothing stupid in chat, Metal. At least I got a full bar. I wished I would have got that stupid thing notification right. Dusty's probably not watching because I told her I didn't think I'd be on, but I was so bored sitting in the chair and was trying to fall asleep, and Metal was in the basement and my son-in-law's gone, so I need someone in here to aggravate. I don't think I've ever seen you do a live, Eric. That's where it's confusing me. Did you see that you got... Share Bear, I don't know why you didn't get your wrench. You should have. You see Steele got his. I'm starting off with just a few at a time until I get used to doing this. And of course, I don't have any stupid trolls that would even come into mind because they don't know who the hell I am anyway. Now, if it was Metal up there, you know, they'd be all over him. Metal does real good for Joe. That's why Joe always wants him in his chat. Oh, I gotta go get a haircut. Ralphie come in just a few minutes ago. Here, this'll crack you up, Joe. I was sitting in the chair and I was almost asleep, and here comes Ralphie, and he jumps up on me and he starts biting my fingers. So I start smacking his jaws. And then he goes to the other hand and he starts biting my other hand. So I smack him with the other hand. And then he bit me on the end of my nose. So I threw him on the floor. Yeah, bite him back. No, I don't think I'm going to. I don't know where that's been. No. We have a beautiful park down the road down here. As soon as it gets warm enough and Metal will go with me, I want to go down and do a live at the park. There's bridges. There's a stream that runs through, and all the bridges are made with wood. No, are they wood, Metal, or are they cement? I think they're wood. But every one of the bridges is a different way, a different look. And they have places where you can sit down, and they're made out of wood. It's a really cool little park. Well, look who it is. Hello, Mr. Guns. Hello, Mr. Chef Billy. How are you? Oh, Metal gets a hello, too. Well, okay. Make sure you get Cher Bear and Joe in there. And Eric. Are you working today, Billy? Well, I'm surprised you did that. I listen to Joe Rogan a lot. I see. Well, I'm bored to death. I run around all morning. Ooh, fancy. I suppose no pictures of Restoration Day? Excellent. My INR was a 2.3, exactly where I wanted to be. Other than she told me I had to quit eating oranges. Did not make me happy, but everything else was excellent. You know, I had to have one of those diabetic checkups to where they stick the needles in your feet. But I had a wheel hub go out on my car. That's another pricey thing. But other than that, it's not been a bad day. It's beautiful outside. You can see the pretty sky. It's gorgeous. By any chance, Guns, did your mother call that number? Oh, I'm doing good health-wise, babe. She told me I was building muscle. It's why I'm not losing weight at the present time. And to stay off the oranges. Because the oranges are sugar and carbs. I said, whatever. My A1C come back at 6.6. Same as it was last time. So I'm doing good with that. Yes, I wanted to remind you of that. I wanted her to call. Yeah, I'm doing really good with that. In fact, I'm doing better than my daughter is. She was pretty pissed at me this morning because we have a radio station here in town that wishes everybody a birthday or a happy anniversary or you know, that kind of thing. And I called her in, put her name on it this morning. She said, well, at least you had enough sense, Mother, not to tell them how old I was. And I said, well, Meg, everybody knows that you're not a baby. That's really good A1C, Joe. I started out when I first come home from the hospital with my blood clots. My A1C was at a 13. So I've got it from a 13 down to a 6.6, and that's excellent, she said. And of course, I got a hug and kiss from my doctor before she left out of cussing me out, because we had a doctor's assistant in there today learning from her, and I give her a hard time the whole time she was in there, and she's like, I can't believe you did that. I said, well, you should have thought I would. Yeah, that's a bad A1C. You're right, 13. But you know what, Joe? Before I went in the hospital and had the blood clots, I had low blood sugar. My low blood sugar run anywhere from, sometimes it would be 65, sometimes it would go down to 60. And it's been that way my whole life until I had the blood clots, and then they did an A1C at the hospital, and it was 13. And my blood sugars was like 350 to 400. So yeah, I was in bad shape. Like I said, I almost died. I couldn't see what you said, Guns, but you're talking to Eric, so. By the way, Billy, got a bone to pick with you. Somebody was pretty shit-faced in Rescue's birthday party at the end of it. I watched the end of it the other day and I thought, ooh, guns is blazing. Well, it depends, Joe. Are you telling me to shush? That doesn't work. You ought to know by now. Yeah, he was buzzed. I could barely even think about. Now, Cher, did you watch the end of it? Right up until they didn't go off the air until after 2. And Mr. Guns was on up with rescuing them, and he was pretty buzzed. I couldn't, man. I was dead to the world. Metal came to bed, and out I went. It didn't take long at all. I was whooped. Yeah, pretty exciting sometimes, yeah. I bet. Well, they ain't in my end of the country, I'll just tell you. They're just like any other day. Share Bear, how many shots did you do at the bar the other day when you went with your hubby? Howdy, Dusty. I know, I didn't lie. I tried to do a notification. It just didn't work. A lot? Did you do at least 10? Look at Dusty's got her share. What the hell? Okay, go out to Share Bear and come back in and see if you've got yours. Hello, Shane Dixon. How are you? It's good to see you. Until Metal teaches me how to do this right by setting up notifications, you're all just going to have to look for me. That's all I can say. And I was bored to death. Oh, what the heck? Metal, if you ain't busy, would you come up here? Please? Share Bear, you got to take some pictures, honey. What's yard, bastards?
Just touch them.
Now she is. Look at there, look at there, look at there. That's my girl. Oh, the cockatoo. Gotcha. Hello, cutie blue. If everybody don't know how much I love these girls, I'll just tell you right now. I have a gang of girls, and they're my favorites. Eric, look up the legend bastard cat. Can everybody look it up, or just you? I know you do, Dusty. Grandma rocking in a rocking chair out here. So, Mr. Guns, what are you working on? Are you upholstering something? Da-da-da-da. Things don't go as fast as I want them to. You said fucking no. Did you tell him you have to have something you can sit on outside? They can't expect you to sit out there and have a place to sit while you smoke. Share Bear, my portable toilet came today. I see. Are you taking your chair with you when you go to the wherever you're going, the shelter? Lord, that's loud. Dang. Hey, Shane. That was one of those double-loaded semis. Like it wasn't an 18-wheeler, it was like a 36-wheeler. Yeah, we have a main highway that goes on the other side of our house, over by the lake. Yeah, Steel, don't worry about it. See, I never buffer up here, but Metals buffers all the time. I was going to take a picture of the tulips out in front of the house, but Wade Metal said not to because they're ugly now because they've opened up, and all the pretty ones haven't even opened yet. She planted them all wrong instead of mixing them up. Is that my Teresa? Yep, I see now. Hello, Teresa. Ta-da! My girls are all here except for Coffee. There's Widow's Diary. Hello, my dear. So do that. Do that. Ta-da, ta-da. She's at work. I know she is. Well, crud, crud, crud. That didn't work the way it was supposed to. There, that's what it was supposed to do. Did you see my pretty blue Widow's Diary? Yes. Women power. I'm gonna move you guys around because I can't see, so I'm gonna turn. Yes, I can see better this way. Isn't it gorgeous? I miss my tree in front of the house. I had the most beautiful blooming pear tree. Oh my God, that thing was huge. Took up the whole front of my house. It was gorgeous. That was one of the main selling things to the house. I mean, of course the house was, but it was gorgeous. And we got one of those straight wind storm and it busted it right down the center. And then it wasn't just a couple weeks later and we got another one and it split another piece off. So I had Metal go out and just cut it down. Get over the turtle garden. I hate them turtles. But they're babies everywhere, so I'm supposing, yeah, they're out there still. My daughter found 2 baby turtles out in the front yard the other day. The deck's huge. I love my deck, yeah. That bench over there, that old wooden one, was one of the first ones that my daughter and son-in-law bought me when they lived out and they had a pool at their house. And I took that out right by the pool and I was in it every day. And it's gotten old, and so Metal's gonna bust it apart and burn the wood. I got this new one last year for Mother's Day over here. It's that new plastic stuff. Yeah, that's just what he needs, Joe. Yeah, I love it out here. Problem is, in the summertime, I don't get to enjoy it any, though. My medicines cross fire, and when they do, and I'm out in the sun, I break out in blisters all over my body. So right now is about the only time of the year I get to enjoy the back porch. I can sit underneath the umbrella, but I love that hot sun on my body. It makes my bones and my legs feel so good. Yeah, well, it more than burns me. It really, didn't figure it out until last year. They kept trying to say that I had gotten to poison ivy or poison oak or something. And it's like, I'm not outside in any of this stuff to pull weeds or anything. I don't do that because I know better. And I went to one doctor and he brought up all the poisons that gets into your skin from plants, and he turned his video screen, his computer around, and he said, well, none of your blisters look like these, so I really don't know what's wrong with you. I'll give you an antibiotic and a steroid shot. And I'm like, I'm on warfarin, and he's like, so what does that mean? I said, well, you're the doctor. Do you not have enough sense to know that you can't give me just any kind of antibiotic? He said, then maybe you should go to the hospital with it. I thought, and they pay you to be a doctor. Terrible. My doctor, of course, was on vacation, But it was hell. It was terrible. I couldn't, oh, it was terrible. I couldn't shower because it hurt with the water hitting the blisters. It was bad. Bad scene, man. But I'm doing good now. Isn't it the truth? I hate this new stuff. I have StreamYards downloaded because I want to go back to that, to where it's got the white bottom and I can see everybody, because I can't see nothing. Yeah, I don't like the new crap. It's not good. We're having an easy dinner tonight. Turn your volume down where you can't hear me, guns, because that's something you're going to throw a fit about. But tonight is chicken fries and french fries for dinner, because this chick's not cooking. But Metal's having fish and french fries. I made stroganoff last night too, guns, and it was good. After us going to the movies yesterday and we got home, my daughter was mad because she couldn't go and get Mexican food because we only go to one restaurant. And they're closed on Sundays and Mondays, so she walked around the kitchen and pouted for a good, probably an hour. And finally I said, you know what? I'm gonna make stroganoff, and you can either eat it or make a peanut butter jelly sandwich and go to bed. It's not bar food, it's my food tonight. I don't do hamburger helpers, Joe. I can make that stuff myself. Anything hamburger helper can do, I can do better. It wasn't bad. The movie sucked, but other than that, she was happy with her cake. I want you to know that they've raised those. I only buy her one place that she'll eat an ice cream cake from unless I make it, and I wasn't making it because I'm lazy. But got it at Walmart, and it was a small one. It wasn't even the big one. It was a small one, and it still cost $26.99 for it. No, I don't, guns. I can't see very good out here because the sun's in my eyes. Why, are you making some horrible comments that I'm going to have a fit about? My bar food again. Oh, okay. Making a cake's not a pain in the ass, Joe. I don't make them from mixes. I make them from scratch. I just pull everything out of the refrigerator and decide on what I'm making. I can make any kind of cake as long as I don't ice it, because Metal won't eat a cake that's iced. Billy likes salads. He wouldn't have no problem with that. And I love salads. It seems so funny you calling me Mrs.Metal. Makes me sound like so old. Well, see, I don't mind doing dishes either because we got a brand new dishwasher. It's what I bought my daughter for Christmas. That was her Christmas present, was a dishwasher. Last year, towards the end of the year, they decided they didn't like the stove and refrigerator we had, so they went out and bought one of those fancy silver stoves and a great big steel metal refrigerator, and our dishwasher was white, and it was a pain in the butt. It wouldn't get things clean, and it held water in it. You'd have to run it 2 or 3 times to get all the water to drain out of it. So I went to the store and bought her one for Christmas. Oh, I love Cobb salad. Yeah, buddy. I like that Betty salad. Have you ever had Betty salad? Betty salad with spinach and eggs and crispy bacon and red onions and the wine vinaigrette that goes over the top of it. You don't do sugar either? Yeah, have you never had it, Billy? It's good. Personally, it's supposed to have just spinach in it, and I put spring mix in it because I like spring mix in my salads, so. And then you boil eggs and chop them up, and crispy bacon and red onions sliced very thin. Well, look at you. I know something you don't know. Woohoo, woohoo. Yep, it's called Betty salad. It's delicious. Wonderful. And then I make also make one with romaine and mandarin oranges and walnuts and red onions, and then make what's in the white sauce? I don't know, I'd have to look it up, but that's good too. I love fruit in my salads. Oh, and there's oranges, and I mean mandarin oranges and sliced strawberries. I love spring mix any way, any form, but I don't like, and you're talking grilled tuna, you're talking real tuna, aren't you? I only eat tuna fish out of the can. If a fish tastes like a fish, I'm not eating it. I don't like catfish. I don't like tilapia. That's me again. Yeah, Wade likes salmon grilled. See, and I'm not a salmon person either. I really don't care for it. I like halibut, and I like cod, and really that's about pollock once in a while. Depends on how it's cooked. I don't like my fish fried. Oh, I guess so. And I like crab meat, and I like shrimp. Now, is it fishy tasting, Guns? You tell me no anyway, and it probably is. What are you yumming, Shane? Now see, Wade's from British Columbia, so he's used to all that kind of fish. He loves that. He lived almost right on the ocean. That cotton picker's about to blow away. Billy, you missed a really good show last night. You leave Metal alone. He is not a dirty foreigner. Even though he can be, but he's not. My girlfriend lives in Mexico. She graduated from Michigan, and they offered her a position as a teacher in Mexico, and she didn't have to pay back any of her tuition because she took out grants and stuff. Loans for her tuition. And if she would go to Mexico for 5 years and be a school teacher, she would get all of her tuition free. So, of course, that's what she did. And she's been there ever since. Florida-Bama line. Woohoo! Oh, Papa's last night. Papa's put on the best music show. Oh my goodness gracious, it was excellent. That man knows how to pick music, I'll just tell you. Oh, he is awesome, but he played some awesome music last night. There's no way of getting a hold of you to let you know that he was coming on. He had messaged me in the afternoon and said, I'm going to do a live tonight, which is my favorite because when he plays music, I'm there. It's good. He put a lot of effort into it because he got a lot of artists that aren't well known. And he played some older songs. That was excellent. But some of that music was just fantastic. It was great. Zoned me right out. I was listening to it on my earphones, and oh man. Damn Chevy diesel truck. What's everybody else making for dinner tonight? Well, at least you didn't wake up on the bathroom floor. Oh, I go to Indies all the time. I've got a membership to Valerie Bahat. And I got a membership to Mr. Smith, giving me one. And who else? Someone named Art Van Wildman or something like that. Give me one. And then this weird dude that I've never even met before. And I don't even think I've ever said hi to him. I got a membership to his too. So, I don't know. Tater tots and Kool-Aid. You ever made tater tot casserole, Eric? Ark Wildman's. Yeah. Who is that, Joe? You got one too, Cher? We must have been in there together. Oh, I love pork cutlets. Dusty. Yeah. Steele, did you leave me? Eric? I make tater tot casserole. And I don't suppose you've ever had that before either, Guns. Wade won't eat the tater tot casserole, but he'll eat the stuff that's underneath it. So I make his and then put it over white rice. What is he, writing a book? You just kicked yourself out of here? Well, thanks. At least you came back. Look at there. I made it a whole hour. I'm proud of me. Well, I'll have to check that out, Widow. Well, I got a month's membership free from Ark Wildman. I don't know where I ever seen him before, but yeah, but it should be like 25. I know more than 11 people, but I know it's in the middle of the day too. Shane, you know him too. Well, God, where have I been? I know, under a rock. Well, at least you didn't say good, Billy. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to look him up. But I don't know who that other guy is. He's a wild-looking dude. I'll just tell you right now. I don't remember what his name was. Look at there. Hello, sir. How are you, Mr. Canadian? Well, really? I don't think I've ever seen that low people in his ever. It was so much fun Saturday night. That was so cool. There were so many people in there. And he looked so good. His eyes were glowing. That's why I like to make people happy. Just for old time's sake, huh? That poor tree. Are you going to leave it when you leave? He's a good man. I started watching him because he didn't talk bullshit. It wasn't the conspiracy crap and all that stuff. That's the reason I like to go to his channel and watch him. And people got along. I love you, Missy. You have a good afternoon, Widow. Much love, and you be careful, you hear me? You're gonna miss that ficus, Joe. Yeah, that's when I miss him the most too, Joe. I could always depend on if I was up at 6 o'clock, he was on. And boy, I was right there ready to go. God, it's so pretty. Look at this sky. It's so beautiful out here. So, so, so pretty. Oh, I've showed so many things to him, Canadian. So many things. When Charlotte, his wife, brother died, I sent her a peace lily, and it's beautiful. He's got it transplanted in the backyard in a big, huge, well, it's not a vase because it's big, it's a pot. But it's beautiful, and it's blooming. The other day it had 4 big, huge white blooms on it. I was going to have him a birthday cake delivered. Till I found out, I asked him one time when we were talking on the phone what his favorite cake was. And it was German chocolate, and he can't have that, so I was glad Charlotte made him a cake. Well, we're not going to have good weather here. I don't know about you, Eric. It's supposed to rain for the next dozen days. Right into the 1st of May. The whole first week of May we're supposed to have rain. That's why I told my son-in-law, get my car fixed today. Oh, I love carrot cake. I can make, an awesome German chocolate cake from scratch. You know, that's all we ever had was scratch cakes. There was no such thing as baking with a cake mix when we were young. Mom didn't never, She made everything from scratch. Carrot cake with real carrots in them and raisins and walnuts and, oh, yeah, buddy. Anyways, I was telling y'all that when Metal has a piece of cake, he gets to take his piece, and when he does, it's right out of the middle of the cake, and I can't ice it. He won't eat a piece of cake with icing on it. I was probably baking 2 guns. I baked starting, probably the second weekend November, I start baking. I didn't make pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving this year. I made sweet potato. Thank you, Canadian. Come down and see it. It's beautiful. There's a golf course over behind. Where you're looking at now, it's a swampy area back there. That's where the deers live. We have a lot of deers that come out. God, I forgot to tell Metal, we almost hit 2 yesterday. They come right down the hill right in front of us. A mama and a baby, and I was having a fit. I was stomping the brakes. Oh. Yes, sir, I do. Am I in top chat? See, I don't even know how to get down to bottom chat. I tell you, this is all things that I have to learn. First time I seen a picture of Canadian was Saturday night at Rescues. Oh, I know Metal knows you, but I really threatened you with that, keeping that flag when you sent it, because just to aggravate Metal. I tried. He got it before me. I knew there was a reason why he was out there standing waiting for the mailman. I don't know what Metal's doing, Joe. I can't see him. He's down in the back end of the basement down there. He has his own little cubby hole out there where he smokes. Well, he has the whole basement, but I don't go down in the basement either. I can imagine what it looks down there, but I don't go down in the basement. I don't like this either at all. And I have like that's what I was telling him, I have StreamYards downloaded, but I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, so. Is coffee in here? Coffee, do you see what color you are? Hello, my dear. Yeah, we're trolls. No, I'm not having props. I was mad when Scully got broke. I was not happy with that. In fact, Scully was part of a conversation we were having earlier. That's because I love you, girlfriend. You know that. It's you, Dusty, Share Bear, Teresa, and Indy, and Widows. Don't worry about Scully, guns. Well, let me just tell you about why I made a channel and got my community tab. Was strictly because I miss my girls. I mean, I love all you guys. Don't get me wrong. I love y'all. But it was, I couldn't talk to Coffee. I couldn't talk to Teresa. I couldn't talk to Share Bear. I couldn't talk. Now, Dusty I have on the telephone, and Share Bear I have on the telephone. So I talk to them all the time. In fact, on the way home from town this morning, they both got a phone call. But no, Eric's got one. See, I knew if I didn't give Eric one, he would ask for one, so I give Eric one. And Metal's my head honcho. He's the head moderator. Metal takes care of everything for me. And I mean, I'll tell you what, he has. Stop it. Guns, you're never around anyway. I have to say, though, you have made 2, which I was totally shocked when you come in today, because I didn't put any kind of notice up. I screwed it up yesterday, and Papa got on me last night and told me that, you had 2 of them up. And I said, no, I didn't know it. He said, and I sit at 1 forever waiting for you to come in. I was like, well, you sort of should have figured it out. I said, well, then, if you're going to yell at me, I'm going to yell at you. Because last week when you did your show, you said you were getting rid of your Patriot channel. So I deleted you. And here I am trying to find out where you're playing music at. And I can't find you because you're under the Patriots one. Well, hello, Zombie Force. Nice to see you. Yeah, I hear you. Hey, as long as you show up once in a while, let me know you're still alive and not dead. When you quit showing up for stuff, then I'll know you're dead. Because I don't have any way to get in touch with you. See, I'm not as boring as y'all thought I was. Well, yeah, I guess I am. Where's Teresa? Teresa, where you at? Well, Joe, you'd know. What's the name of the place you go that everybody can talk and you can hear people talk? Oh, you got that up. Smart ass. I would love to meet you, Eric. Don't even say that. Yes, I did, Chair Bear. I already called her honey and told her that she's blue. She noticed it right away. We have a women's club going on. Didn't you know that? Discord. I knew you'd tell me that. That's what Indy wants me to get, is Discord. Then we can all talk. So I told Metal that's my next feat, is getting Discord to where I can talk to everybody then. I don't know what it was, but I got something from Rabid Coyote a few minutes ago. He sent me a message, so I'm not quite sure what that's about. Yeah, I know what you use it for, Joe Morgan. Uh-oh, trouble now. Well, tell me it wasn't, Papas. I thought you told everybody that you weren't going to have that channel anymore. So I deleted it. I swear I did. Ask Wade. Because he come up here and I said, I can't find Papa's show. And he said, here, I'll send you a link. And I'm like, that's on Patriots. I thought he said he was getting rid of it. Menopause. No, Rosie, what's up? You guys make my heart swell so much, I just tell you. Y'all do me so much good being here and talking with me. And just think, Metal doesn't have to when y'all come and see me. And that makes him happy. Papas, I was telling him how bad he missed your show last night and that it was excellent. I absolutely loved it. And I could expect that every weekend. You know that, don't you? Steele, that's mean. That is so mean, Eric. Terribly, terribly. Who's the original cool kid? Papa's? I don't know what it was about the music last night, but it was just perfect. Your wife has to love you very, very much because you played good music. And you know what? Metal's got a ring, a skull ring, just like you do. I have it put up in my box, but he does. Oh, okay. Have you really, Canadian? Wow, that's a long time. If you put both well, I've been married 3 times. Does that count? And if you put them all together, I've been married that long. That's mean. You're terrible. Well, me and Metal will be together as of the day after Thanksgiving. We will have been together 25 years. Yes, you did, buddy, let me tell you. And she must be an angel. But you seem to be an awful nice guy, Mr. Canadian, I'll tell you right now. And I think it's just because you're from Canada. Because that's where mine's from. Eric. Well, I'm a hillbilly girl that can cook like the Dickens, I'll tell you right now. Coffee, are you really? 26? Coffee, how old are you? We had a big argument about this the other day. Will you tell me without everybody knowing, or will you have to send it to me in an email? I know Coffee's a good girl. She's one of the first people, her and Teresa were one of the first people that talked to me when I first started online. I thought they were both wonderful people. Joe Morgan, you're only 35 now. You're the baby of the bunch. We went through this 1,000 times. You got to go through some really hard times to catch up with us old people. I'll just tell you right now. You think coffee's your age? Oh, Teresa, I love you too, babe. Let me tell you. Well, someone told me you were 21, and I said BS. She's older than 21. That's because you are most of the time, Joe. There's no way you're 46 years old. Oh, yeah, it's Teresa. Yep, you told me you were 46. I knew that. Share Bear's 51. So, Coffee, you got to be right around the same age. Am I correct? You don't have to tell me, but somewhere in the vicinity? Because you got grown kids. Well, Zombie Force give you a heart, Teresa. You must be sweet. I think you are. Well, I guess I'm going to have to start calling my brother before I have a live, because he's called 4 times now. Well, what color was you supposed to be but yellow? I don't remember who it was, Coffee. Honestly, I don't. I'm not lying. But I was asking because I knew what Share Bear was, and Teresa told me she was 46. And my daughter said, I can't believe you actually told them that you were 65. And I said, but I am. Why would I lie? I could have said I was 44, but I'm not. No, because then I'd have to put up with his ass all the time, Teresa. No, no, no. He's asked me. No. Because he knows I listen to, you right, girl. That's right, Dusty. He knows that I watch Rescue because I picked him up to go grocery shopping. And I've had Rescue on with an earbud in my ear, so... And he's like, who's that? And I've explained it all to him, who he is and what. And he's like, oh, since when are you on YouTube? And I said, well, Wade helped me get on it. He said, so you got your own channel now? And at the time, I didn't lie because I didn't have. And he's like, oh, so when you get your own channel, are you going to let me get on it with you? No. What are you cooking? Right, like as if I keep heavy whipping cream in the house. If I kept heavy whipping cream in the house, my daughter would use it in her coffee. So no, there's none here. What are you making? My brother? Oh, you don't want to even go there, Eric. Everything in your brother's wrong with my brother. It took him 24 years to get a divorce from a woman that he should have been divorced from within the first 5 years that he was married to her. They were told they could have no children, and they have 4 daughters. And he's a pain in the butt. My dad used to take care of him when my dad was alive, and when Daddy died, right before he died, he said, please take care of your brother when I go. So that's who I take care of. I take care of my brother. He doesn't have a car, so I take him to all of his doctor's appointments. I take him to get groceries. I take him to pay his bills. And it's a 40-minute drive, 45-minute drive from my house to his. And then I run him all over town. When I take him to get groceries, I'm usually gone 4.5 hours. Yep, he stayed. Well, we were raised very religiously and don't believe in divorce. Well, my parents taught us not to divorce, but all of us kids was divorced except for my sister and my brother finally was. I finally told him I was done with it, so. Ooh, that sounds good. My husband would like that. I knew you'd get a smile out of Metal because that's one of his favorite foods. When we have spaghetti, I make Metal Mushroom Joe to go over top of his spaghetti. Well, I tell you what, our Walmart's been out of chicken fingers for months. And they had them when I was there today, so we're having chicken fingers tonight. That's terrible, Coffee. That breaks my heart. But I've got a sister that I don't talk to either. I haven't spoke to her in going on 2 years. And she just lives probably about 15 minutes from my house. But you can only take so much. And I've took all I can take. My grandma's favorite saying was, ugly people can always be ugly, but when you got an ugly heart, that's the worst kind of ugly you can be. And that's what I was told, that I have an ugly heart by her daughter and her. So I haven't had anything to do with them. Yep. And I'll be the first one to say I can be mean and I can be hateful, but I'm not ugly. And my heart's not ugly. My heart's good. And the good Lord knows that. In fact, the other day on Facebook, I posted that you only have one person that you have to stand before to judge. And he will make the judgment calls for everything because he's seen everything that you've done in your life. Dumb shit Metal. Huh? Whatever, Joe. Thank you, Coffee. I think I do too. Thank you, Zombie. I appreciate that. And it's a shame because, she's 70, I'm 65. There's less than 5 years between us. And we're absolutely, absolutely nothing alike. We always said that she was the mailman's. All right, guys. I love you all very much. And I'm going to cut this off here in a few minutes because the sun's really in my face now and I don't need blisters. Exactly, Share Bear. Exactly. I love y'all. I'll try to figure this notification thingy out one of these days, or just watch for me. If a red light goes beside my name, you know I'm on. Joe was the first one in today. Everybody has to be nice to Joe. How about if I said that at the end of the show? What do you think about that, Joe? Good to see you, Guns. I love all those hearts. You guys make me feel so special. Y'all have a blessed afternoon. Come back and see me real soon.